Welcome to the 2020 setup tour, guys. Those packages right there, that's gonna pretty much enhance the setup tours probably from either earlier this year or last year or the year before. So without further ado, I'm gonna open these bad boys up and then we're gonna get started with this whole setup tour. I got an Elgato Camlink 4K. You'll find out what this does in a little bit. Then I got an HDMI to a mini HDMI cable for this guy here. So this is the Elgato Cam Stick. It's basically a really fancy USB drive that is going to change the way I stream. And what I mean by change the way I stream, I mean pretty much I can hook up a DSLR or any type of camera that can have a HDMI to USB input output rather than using webcam. And this was the biggest thing for me because I wanted to invest into a Logitech Brio, which I don't know if many of you even know what that is, but it's Logitech's 4K webcam, and that thing is $200. And that's minus the taxes and fees and shipping and whatever. So, given that, I was making a smart investment here. I was like, either A, I could spend $130 on this Elgato Cam Stick and use my cameras that I still use and I can plug it whenever I want to use them again, or I could purchase a $200 webcam and I'll use it as a webcam. This was a smart choice. Then I have, like I said before, the HDMI to mini HDMI, and I'm hoping that this is the right cord, but I could be incredibly wrong. It may be the mini USB to HDMI, but we'll see. Hopefully this is the one. Now guys, obviously this is not my dream setup. My dream setup is gonna cost probably tens of thousands of dollars. I'm not wanting every like mechanically great thing, but it's definitely something that's better than what I have now. In terms of PCs, I'm probably gonna get 2 brand new ones. It's just because the one, obviously, I've complained about multiple times, it just is not performing to the best it can after a year. I do have 2 PCs right now. I don't have a dual PC setup though, like it's not active. I'm hoping that me and my dad can figure that out sometime soon, but it's very complicating, and that's the thing with dual PCs. It's like, obviously you have a streaming PC that handles one thing, which is obvious, the stream, and you have the gaming PC, which is obviously handling the gaming part of the entire stream. So it's not my dream setup, but without further ado, I'm gonna give you guys all the specs and the rundown of what I know I have and what I think you guys should maybe invest in if you do like streaming. And I think the best way to do this is go from left to right as if like we were reading a book. So to start off with, we have a Neewer ring light, which I hope one day they do sponsor me because they do provide a lot of great products, especially the lighting. This thing I've had for probably 2.5 years and has not let me down once. This is not the brightest it can go either. So it's a nice ring light, something not a lot of people really use anymore because it's just so bright, but I like to have it, and it's facing obviously a white background, so it splashes the light back towards me. Almost like a boomerang if you can think about it, because like it goes forward then comes back. That's what I like to do here, because if I just put it on me, not only am I going to get super hot, but it's obviously, like I just said, incredibly bright. So then I have a blue microphone here. I'm not a big fan of these just because of how large they are. This microphone is just right here and the actual entire components are in here. So it's quite a big microphone. The shock mount is literally the size of a full-size pancake, so I'm not a big fan of it. And the arm itself was not a good investment. I made the bad decision of getting a blue shock mount and a blue arm stand. It's really not necessary. This arm is not exactly flexible. Like this right now is fully extended, and for me to like do anything like it, it gets in the way of everything. Personally, if you're ever gonna get a blue microphone, yes, it's a good starter microphone, just don't get the stand or the shock mount. So my desk is actually, I think, from a Florida IKEA sale. I don't even think you can find this anywhere. I'm actually trying to sell it because it's so small. I think the dimensions on it are like 54 inches, maybe less than that, so it's a really small desk. So having 3 monitors on it is a push because most of them are hanging off of the edge right now. So this is gonna be my streaming PC. This is the pre-built Alienware that I've had for the past 8 or 9 years, and I just can't figure out how to set up a dual PC like I said beforehand. It's something that's not exactly the easiest thing because you have to put in so many different connections and whatnot, and I've tried to figure it out. It's just not working, especially with OBS and working. It's insane. So one day it will happen, but as of right now, it's not. So to start off with the monitors, I have a vertical Asus monitor. It is a 3D Vision ready and 144 Hertz trace free, so pretty much the 3D vision is going to be your lowest like G-Sync quality. It's still good, just for a starter, it's not bad, but professional use, obviously it's not good. This is the actual model number. It's a VG248QE 3D monitor. So those of you who are really interested in that for like a beginning 144 hertz monitor, there you go. Now to my most favorite monitor. This is the one that Tifu has. I actually got this before him. This is definitely something that I personally really like. This guy here is an Asus. This is the first G-Sync also that I've ever gotten. It's beautiful. It's by Tough Gaming. You can overclock it to 280 hertz, but I clock it to 240 hertz. It's definitely a nice monitor. Obviously, all the specs and whatnot, I did a review of it. There's a whole bunch to it. It's insane. I can actually give you guys the whole thing. It's Asus Tough Gaming VG259. I think it's a QM. Perfectly fine for any professional and or beginning streamer. Then I got my PS4 controller if I'm ever wanting to switch from keyboard and mouse to controller. I got this. Also try to do a control-free grip on it. And actually, they kind of do help, especially if you're not a controller player. They kind of do help with accuracy a little bit, but I mean, in terms of like how much they cost, I think it was 15 bucks for two. Not exactly the wisest choice. Then we have here a Ducky 1.2 Mini RGB 60% keyboard. I love this thing, but when it comes to editing videos, it's not the best because one, it doesn't have the arrow keys that you can switch in and out for keyframing and whatnot. For the size of it and the overall quality that it provides, it's stunning. By the way, you can get it at mechanicalkeyboards.com. Just look at the link in the description. Use code Robbie. I do get a certain percentage of that, and I am reinvesting everything I get from that into YouTube. Then I have an extra large HyperX mouse pad, which is not terrible, but it definitely serves the purpose of just having a large space that has the like micro glass shards or whatever, like to really thoroughly move a mouse with. We have this guy here. It's the Final Mouse Cape Town Ultralight 2 edition. It's a beautiful mouse. However, I mean, I don't have the biggest hands. I'm 5'10". It like my hands aren't the biggest, and obviously you can just see the mouse is very, very small. Now it does come with skins and everything, but the skins don't really help out that much. In terms of responsiveness and clickiness and whatnot, it's beautiful, but it's definitely not something that I would invest in again because it's just such a small mouse. Then I got a Comade wire organizer. It's really pretty much the useless thing in streaming setups. I mean, it's just a paperweight that holds your mouse. I mean, it's to make it look cooler in your stream setup, but is it necessary? No. It's just a matter of wasting money at that point because I think it was like 30 bucks, and it doesn't really serve a whole lot of a good purpose. I mean, if you have multiple mice, I guess it may. I have the BenQ monitor that I was gonna give away when I hit 10,000 subscribers. However, I do have an announcement at the end, so please do me a favor, watch till the end, and you will see what I'm talking about. But this is the BenQ. It's a 60 hertz monitor. It's a console gaming monitor. It's nice, but I wouldn't say it's the most pleasant monitor that I've ever had. But BenQ, in terms of color, has been by far the best company in terms of monitors for the color ratios and everything like that. Then here are my headphones. These are a Sony Dynamic Stereo headphones, MDR 7506 professional grade. These headphones are beautiful. I mean, for a starter set, really noise canceling and noise compacting headphones. They're really nice. In terms of padding, they'll give you enough padding to withstand a few hours, but the padding up on the head, not so much. It's pretty much just like a thin piece of foam with some steel. In terms of the earpiece, which is the most important part, they are fluffy, but they're not to the point where like they're Sennheisers or anything. Now, the next thing I will show you guys is my gaming PC. This thing is the thing that you guys talk about the most throughout my channel, because I know most of you have found my channel because of my stupid review of the gaming PC. I don't understand why, but it just is. This guy here, it's a digital Storm Lynx. It is the old version, so meaning it doesn't have the 2070 Super or 2080 Super. What it has is a 2070 RTX plain, but it has a 750 watt power supply. The newer ones have a 550 watt power supply, I believe. It does have CPU cooling still. I think it does have 16 gigabytes of RAM in it, which means it's thoroughly fast. And then for the CPU, it has a Intel Core i7 9700K. So it's definitely got some really nice specs to it, and that's what me and my buddy Timmy are trying to figure out as to why it's doing so poorly after a year, even though the specs in it are beautiful. It's probably because they stress test it. Like I said in one video, I hate how they stress test things, but they do. So this is what it looks like here. Obviously it's got the RGB. I mean, in terms of computers and whatnot, RGB isn't like the most important thing to me anymore. It's mostly like the components. So personally, I love Digital Storm, but if it were me and I had the money to either purchase a new pre-built PC or build my own, I would definitely build my own. And the reason why I say that is because you can get whatever kind of technology you want, find the most affordable prices, and not pay just a direct amount and a firm price because of what a company wants you to pay. So I did forget to mention also that it has 500 gigabytes of SSD storage, so thoroughly fast again, and thoroughly in medium range of storage. Now guys, for the last thing that I'm going to show you before I'm going to conclude the whole setup tour and bring you guys to the announcement, this camera that I'm going to be streaming with, this Sony A65. This guy is my dad's old camera. He gave it to me because he wants me to put it to use. This is just a normal tripod, just something sturdy. If you guys really want the name, it's a Sunpack Ultra 6000 PG. I mean, it's great for DSLRs and small cameras like the G7X that I hold in my hand right now. Ignore that plate, by the way. That was not supposed to be there. And then obviously in the back here I have the Elgato cam stick. That guy is right here. So that's gonna determine whether or not I could use an A65 as a webcam. So here's the thing. Yes, I'm using a camera as a webcam, but I did have one, except I had to give it to my dad because obviously he's home from work. He can't exactly go out anywhere because of the COVID-19 situation. So that will be mine pretty soon once again, which I can't wait because it is a nice little webcam and I can have that camera back. But the nice part about having a camera as a webcam is that not only does it give you it gives you a better depth of field vision, but the overall particle quality in the camera is going to look 10 times better than any webcam, even a Logitech Brio. So, you made it to the end of the video. I'm very proud of you guys. I'm very thankful that you are watching the full duration of this video, whether or not you skipped or not, which I'm pretty sure you didn't because I'm not even going to put a little hint in the description. If you guys made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. Comment down below final because, believe it or not, I'm switching this whole giveaway thing. I know I shouldn't have done that, but I think for a better investment in terms of my personal status with money and my status on YouTube, I don't think it's a smart idea to give away a brand new monitor. Something that's $400 or $500. I don't think that is a very smart decision. So, I had bought 2 of the Final Mouse Ultralight 2 Cape Town version. This is the thing. I'm still gonna do the giveaway only when I hit 10,000 subscribers. But to prevent myself from spending any stupid amounts of extra money to hopefully get a promoted video out in terms of like a giveaway, I will be giving away another one. Brand new, mint condition. It still has the original shipped box from it. This was from when I was from Florida. I know for a fact 10,000 subscribers will happen in 2021. So although this may be 3 years old by the time you get it, it's still mint condition, still works perfectly, brand new in the box, still has all the skins to it. So trust me when I say this. This is what I will be giving away. I won't be giving away a monitor just yet, just because obviously, once again, like I said before, it's a stupid purchase. It's a stupid giveaway that I would be hurting myself if I gave away. In the future, I'd be more than happy to give away that. I'd be more than happy to give away a PC setup. This is the better decision. So to win this, all you have to do is make sure that you're subscribed to this channel and you follow me on Instagram. But anyways, guys, if you've made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. Remember, the giveaway is just beautiful. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Subscribe. Oh yeah, and if you didn't realize, I didn't mention my chair because quite frankly, it's an off-brander. But if you're really wanting to get any kind of chair, I highly recommend getting either a Vertigear or I think there's another one that's called an Omega, and then the DX Racer.